Okay, so now I want to talk a little bit about seasonal opportunities. We've heard a little bit about some of the ongoing things that happen throughout the year, and then there are some special events that happen associated with the different seasons in the year. The very next thing coming up is going to be the Thanksgiving collection, and we do things a little bit differently here at St. Robert's. Our tradition is to collect money, and we connect with Catholic Charities. And what happens is we partner with them and they provide us with the names of several families. So it's usually about 60 individuals, and that can come from anywhere between 15 and 20 families. And what we're doing is collecting money to provide them with gift cards to Market Basket to be able to choose the foods that make their holiday special. So I think we often think about turkey and stuffing and all the traditional things that we associate with Thanksgiving, but there are a lot of different national traditions who choose different food items that make their holiday special. So we've found a way to try and connect with the people who are in our community and kind of hear who they are and to find a way to make their holiday special to them. So coming up right after Thanksgiving, then there's a little break, maybe 2 weeks, and then we go right into Advent giving and the Hat and Mitten Tree. So for the Hat and Mitten Tree, we collect hats and mittens and scarves, and we also collect books for the library for St. Anne's Home in Methuen. And for the Advent Giving Tree, I'm standing here, imagine a Christmas tree, just about here. So you'll find the Advent Giving Tree and the Hat and Mitten Tree will be here in the gathering space, beginning on the first weekend of Advent. And so this weekend, that'll be November 26th and 27th. So the Advent Giving Tree, we partner with about 7 or 8 local charities who give us their wish lists for things that they need. And these can be everything from toiletries for Bread and Roses and these personal items that we provide for Tewksbury Hospital. We do a lot of service to the children locally, so we work with Catholic Charities, we work with St. Mary's and Lynn, and they tell us what their special needs are. We put the tags out here, and what you do is take a tag, get the item, don't lose the tag, stick the tag on the package, and then bring it back to the tree. And it really is, it's a wonderful thing to see on that closing weekend, which usually runs for about 3 weeks. So we start at the beginning of Advent, we go for about 3 weeks, so that we can get everything out to the charities in time for their holiday parties. But it's an amazing thing to see the tree here surrounded by, it has to be close to 300 items. So if you're here on that weekend, stop by and help us package everything up to send them off to the charities. So that takes us through the winter holidays. Then we get into January, and between January and March, we always work with Lazarus House to provide meals for their soup truck. Their soup truck goes out, I think, twice a week on the weekends, and what we do is we provide soup, sandwiches, and baked goods for them, and we usually do that maybe twice between January and March. We get onto the schedule.
Do you want to see how that grew?
You want to see how that grew?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. I was telling Amanda. So we started by making the baked goods for that at some point. We're like, okay, we start small, we'll grow. And then we added sandwiches to that, and that went really well. And then there were so many people who were interested in doing it that we added soup to it. And so that's, I think last year was the first time that we did the whole kit and caboodle. And so, you know, the next thing on the horizon is actually get ourselves on the truck and start doing the service, and then it'll be the full St. Robert's package deal. So that's a great thing to get involved in. Again, I keep saying this, but if you want to get email updates, there'll be an opportunity to sign up for an email mailing list that will let you know when these opportunities come up, or the other place is to keep watching the bulletin. And don't forget, the bulletin is also online, so if you miss a weekend, you can always look for it online as well. Okay, so that gets us through January through March, and then we're pretty much up to Lent. And there are a lot of opportunities in the parish to get involved in community service during Lent. The big program that runs through the whole of Lent is something called Lenten Gospel Giving, where each week we connect with a certain charity and an item that connects with the gospel reading for that week. And you'll get the announcement in the beginning of Lent, and that'll let you know what the expectations are for the rest of the season. We also, in the GOF festivals, we forego our cookie consumption for the festivals that happen during Lent, and the money that we would have spent on the cookies is given to Catholic Charities?
CRS.
CRS, okay. Catholic Relief Services. Change that around.
And they also sponsor the...
Oh, right, I forgot about the Rice Bowl. That's the other thing. So every year we sponsor the Rice Bowls. We pick that up in the beginning of Lent, and by choosing simpler meals throughout the course, particularly on Fridays, by choosing simpler meals, you're putting what money you might have saved into the Rice Bowl, and then you bring those back with you on Holy Thursday, and that those monies also go to Catholic Relief Services. That takes us through Lent, and then, now remember, all the regular events are happening throughout here too, so there's still the opportunity to do Bread and Roses every month, there's still the opportunity to do Neighbors in Need anytime, and then we get a Habitat event, sort of usually around April or May, and then comes the summer, and everyone disappears. And then we're right back into starting up in the fall again with our regular series of things that are there. So you can see there's tons of things to choose from for the year, whether you want to do things that are here in the parish. There's things to do that are as simple as bringing things and dropping them off. There are some things to do here where you can come and work hands-on a little bit. And there are also a lot of opportunities where you can get out into the community and face-to-face with the people who need your help the most.
You want to mention that you can connect people with?
Sure, this is a good time. So there's another way, so kind of the big umbrella of things that you can do in community service. I will also help match you or your family if you have special need or a special request for a type of service you're interested in, or there's a certain time frame, or you'd like an ongoing program. Because I'm working so much with the charities and because our parish is connecting with so many of the local charities, this is a chance to, if you feel like you just haven't been able to figure out how to make the connection, or you're not sure which direction to turn, you can always send me an email, give me a call, and I can try and help you or your family get connected with something that works. And I've mentioned a few times that we have this email mailing list. That's another thing. If you send me an email, I put you on an email list and what I do is provide information about opportunities that are happening here at St. Robert's, so you'll always kind of get a heads up about what the next thing that's happening here in the parish is. And then I also try and coordinate and send information about things that are happening outside of the St. Robert's environment so that you know when things are going on that you could go and get involved with out in the community.